All right, good morning. The March 1, 2022 School Land Board meeting will come to order. Pursuant to section 31.015 of the Texas Natural Resources Code, I'm chairing this meeting in the Commissioner's absence as Chief Clerk of the General Land Office as the Commissioner is away on state business. The March 1, 2022 meeting of the School Land Board is being held in person at 1700 North Congress Avenue, Stephen F. Austin Building, and by video conference calls authorized under Texas Government Code section 551.125. Access to the meeting by members of the public was published in advance in the Texas Register in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Any member of the public who wishes to address the School Land Board should indicate so at the start of the meeting or during any public comment period. It's like the first item on the agenda is item number 1, approval of the minutes from the February 1, 2022 School Land Board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is made, seconded, carries unanimously to approve the minutes. Next item on the agenda is approval of item number 2, the consent agenda.
Again, motion to approve.
So motion to approve.
Second.
Second, motion is made, seconded, and carries unanimously to approve the consent agenda. Next item on the agenda is item number 3.
Hello, this is Diana Ramirez with the Coastal Field Operations Group, and we would like to present consideration and possible action on CE 2020-0083, which is a new application for Jennifer Lord on Caney Creek in Matagorda County. For this particular project, the previous owners were responsible for adding 1,060 square feet of unauthorized fill prior to 2012. The former property owner did obtain a Army Corps permit for the fill, but did not obtain an easement from the General Land Office. Information about the existing fill was not given to the current property owner at the time of the sale of the upland lot. So based on the circumstances and in an effort to bring the fill into compliance, staff is recommending a 10 cents a square foot rate for the existing fill with a 10-year contract. The total consideration would be $1,363 or $136.30 per year. Please note that in your memos, there is a typo and the correct total consideration is $1,363 that we are asking for. Happy to answer any questions.
And the 10 cents square foot, that's based on the fact that these owners did not place the fill themselves, kind of stepped into this unknowingly.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
I have none. I move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion is made, seconded, and carries unanimously to approve item number 3. Next items number 4 and 5 will be in executive session. School Land Board will enter closed session pursuant to Chapter 551, Subchapter D, Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, for consultation with its attorneys regarding matters involving attorney-client privileged information and legal issues associated with items number 4 and 5. Following closed session, the board will reconvene in open session to complete the docket. The open session of the March 1, 2022 school meeting of the School Land Board will resume with item number 4.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and board members. Ken Mills, Oil, Gas, and Energy section of the Office of General Counsel. And on this item, staff recommends that the board approve execution of the lease discussed and as discussed in executive session. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is made, seconded, and carries unanimously to approve item number 4.
Thank you very
And I
much.
do want to say thank you to Ken. I don't think we can overemphasize how important this is with not only for Texas in general, but the Land Office specifically leading the charge on carbon sequestration on this scale. nobody's doing this. So everybody is going to be looking to us. So thank you to Ken and Colby and Robert Hatter as well, kind of leading the charge on this. I know this has not been easy. So exciting times ahead. Thank you.
Thanks. And it's just the beginning.
It is. It is.
And
Well
Mark, I'd
said.
like to say to Ken, the amount of complication and complex issues that you've had to go through is amazing. So thank you for all, and to Robert and all the others, quite complex.
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda is item number 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, for the record, Rusty Martin, Chief Investment Officer, General Land Office. Approval of this agenda item would constitute your approval of an investment by TexFlow on behalf of the Permanent School Fund in PEP Production Partners 2 LP. The IAC is recommending that TexFlow invest $150 million on behalf of the PSF in PEP2. PEP is the former TPH asset management arm of Tudor Pickering and Holt, and it's a well-known energy investment specialist. It was spun out from TPH to become an independent investment manager in 2019 and subsequently partnered with Henry Resources, a private energy operator in the Permian Basin, to sponsor PEP Henry Production Partners. PEP Henry's investment strategy focused on acquiring and operating producing oil and gas properties in high-quality Texas basins at attractive pricing. Our relationship with PEP began in 2019 with a capital commitment of $150 million to PEP Henry. PEP Henry has now committed most of its capital, so PEP has begun raising PEP2. Investment management staff conducted due diligence on this investment opportunity through a review of the proposal and a series of discussions with the PEP team. The PEP team then made a detailed presentation to the IAC and the Townsend Group on February 16th of this year. Following that presentation, the IAC voted unanimously to recommend the proposed investment to the School Land Board. So in conjunction with that discussion, review, and analysis, investment management and the IAC have determined that the proposed investment fits within the framework of the TexFlow PSF investment policy statement and is in the best interest of the Permanent School Fund. Therefore, the IAC is recommending the School Land Board approve an investment of $150 million in PEP Production Partners 2 LP. And I would note also that approval of this transaction is, of course, contingent upon investment management's completion of the negotiation and finalization of the legal documentation associated with the proposed investment. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the board?
Rusty, just for the record, it was my understanding that all 5 members of the IC were in attendance when it was voted on, and it was voted on unanimously.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Thank you.
You bet.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Motion is made, seconded, and carries unanimously to approve item number 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. There being no further business before the School Land Board, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.